Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the 7 things that I wish I knew sooner about hydrographics. Let's get started. So number 1, hydrographics is not just dipping the part down into the water. It's going to take a lot more than that. A lot of people see a lot of our videos and other videos and literally they're just taking the part, dipping it in the water, and there you go. But what you don't see is all the prep work and all of the after work that goes into a part to make sure that it looks 100% the way that you want, which also includes possibly a primer and then adhesion promoter and then paint and then dip and then touch-ups and then clear coating. And let's not even forget the part about the sanding or sandblasting or anything like that. So there's always going to be a lot more than meets the eye whenever you see somebody that is just taking it, dipping it down into the water. They're doing a lot more than just the dipping alone. Number 2, always try to invest in good tools and equipment. Of course, everybody has a price point whenever they first get started, so they can only afford certain items or certain pieces of equipment. What we found is that whenever you buy something, and normally whenever it does cost a little bit more for any type of tool, whether it be a paint gun, which is going to be one of our tools, or even Snap-on or anything like that for like a mechanic's tool set, you normally get what you pay for. And especially whenever you're going with air compressors and equipment like this right here or anything like that, you always want to try to invest in the best that you can get because it's going to give you years of service down the road and little to no maintenance, hopefully, if it's done correctly. Number 3 is going to have a climate controlled environment. Of course, having a climate controlled environment is definitely really critical whenever you're doing a lot of parts all together because you want consistency, and having that climate controlled environment really helps the consistency of the film, the dips, how the activator is sprayed, how the activator is working on the film, and everything in between. So if you have the ability, it's always best to have a climate controlled environment because that way you can make sure that everything is going to be the exact same every single time. So number 4 on the list is going to be finding a good hydrographic supplier. So of course, the biggest thing whenever you're getting started into the hydrographics is you want to have that really good support. You want to be able to have a company that is able to help you whenever you need it, as well as they have a lot of different products from anywhere from the paints to the film to training, activator, and everything in between. So always try to make sure that whenever you're looking for a supplier, it's not just the best price, but also look at what all they have available, and do they have a phone number that you can call? Do they actually answer the phone, as well as are they knowledgeable whenever you call them about a situation or anything that you might encounter? So definitely keep that in mind whenever you're searching for any of the suppliers out there. Number 5 is going to be having a creative mindset. So I know this kind of goes without saying, but if you're probably getting started in the hydrographics business, you probably already have a creative mindset. Now, of course, there are some individuals that just like to do the work, but may not have that creative mindset. And of course, that can definitely grow with time. But having that creative mindset is definitely crucial because then you're able to offer your customers not only just the films that you can do, but also doing a lot of other custom work, whether it be with paint and hydrographics, or even a combination of maybe some metallics and pearls or anything like that, candies and all this stuff that you can add on top of that. And that's where having that creative mindset really works out well, is because then you can take that and you can give your customer a fully one-off creation because you have that mindset like that. So if you do have a mindset like that, this is definitely the business to get into for that. Number 6 is you can actually redo a dip if it fails. And so we get a lot of questions all the time about what happens if you fail. Do you have to restrip the part, things like that. And it's not that overly complicated of a process to do, because if you actually need to redo a part because it messed up, all you really need to do is to take and re-base coat it. So re-base coating that will make it to where you can redo it over again. And so of course you don't want to be re-base coating all the time, but that's for a different whole video itself. But you can actually easily redo a dip and not have to go through all of the prep process whenever you are dipping your part. So number 7 7, and the last one on the list, is going to be training pays for itself. And I don't know how much I can stress on this. Whenever you start up a business, you have everything that you're looking for. And so of course, having the right training and going to the right supplier for the training is really, really crucial to make sure that you get a head start on making sure that you can create a business that is successful, as well as something that you enjoy and you know the full ins and outs of it. Some trainings don't offer certain things that other trainings do. So definitely make sure that you're looking at that, because you want to make sure that you find a training that is all encompassing, as well as make sure to read the reviews on the training itself to make sure that everybody was happy with the training, as well as even talk to some of the individuals, because the training itself is definitely worth its weight in gold. Whenever we're doing anything and we're starting up a new venture or anything like that, the very first thing that we're going to be doing is going to a reputable supplier for said training, whether it be for vehicle wraps or any other coating or anything like that. We are always a big proponent on doing any type of training that we don't know how to do. If you happen to be interested in Hydrographics training, we actually have a link in the description below that will take you directly to the website to where you can get all the information that you need for anything on Hydrographics, including the training, the tanks, the equipment, or anything like that. Definitely check out the website. It's going to have everything there for you. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. We'd love to hear from you on anything Hydrographics related, as well as also let me know if I've missed anything on anything else that you feel like you would have wished that you knew sooner about the Hydrographics. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.